Yeah, so that was one of the designers, but he's a lovely bloke, Jonathan Donnell.
And then he went on to Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, his career after, we were like the acme of his career, and then it just whoosh, Silence of the Lambs has never really worked since.
You've directed videos for your own though, haven't you?
Again, it's like producing really. I wouldn't say. I nicked some bits. I had a computer and I did a bit of animation, which Bernard does animation. He's good at it. I can't draw.
Bizarre Love Triangle?
Me? Do Bizarre Love Triangle? No, that was Robert, William Magnan, and. Was it Bizarre Love Triangle? The guy whose name is, I think it's Robert Longo. Yeah, again, Michael Schoenberg did that one. I would have liked to have done it.
Yeah, I thought it.
No, I did a very early Blue Monday video. But no, I didn't do Bizarre Love Triangle. And that was my video career in tatters.
Right.
Any potential video work that might have been coming my way on the back of you bigging me up for doing it is gone. Right, come on.
Oh, what more questions?
Oh, my gosh. Okay, back for the questions. Right. Now we're talking.
We've covered it all, actually. Alright, okay. Sordid Sentimental. How did that come about?
Sordid Sentimental. French bloke rang up and said, can we put your record out? We.
Had you just recorded something at the time?
I think we had just recorded it, yeah. And they did Ian was into Throbbing Gristle, and they'd done, Throbbing Gristle had done the Sordid Sentimental.
Yeah.
And Ian thought it was a great thing, and then liked to do a track to Atmosphere, so we did that, Atmosphere and Dead Swords.
Did you know that it was ever going to come out again as the US version?
No, because we didn't. You
couldn't see that far ahead.
Couldn't see that far ahead. No. And I think if we had done, we probably would have said no anyway, because we were like that.
Well, and it's such a massive track, and there's only a limited edition of, and
750 or something like that.
And it's £1,980 on.
How much?
£1,980 on eBay today.
Still not as much as a Sooty Drum kit.
No, right? I mean, Republic.
That about answers it really. And it was Republic was at a terrible time. It was.
Should have not got the questions then.
We run out of questions when we get to Republic. We just sigh and say, yeah, that wasn't a good idea, was it? But Factory kind of got themselves in a bit of trouble by opening a nightclub. Well, it wasn't really, well, it was a lot of things really, it's a nightclub and all that, and they just kind of overstretched themselves. And they'd been going on for a bit, and what used to happen is we'd go and do an American tour. That was when we played the Leisure Centre in Mac. Coming back to that was keep the Hacienda open for another month. That was why we did that, and then we did the other one at Soul Food, which was keep the Hacienda open for another week or so.
At university.
Yeah. Is that another benefit for the Hacienda? Have you got any more? 4. That was the day before. Oh God. I remember nothing of it. And that was my best gig. Rotters at Doncaster was my best gig. And I have no recollection of it at all. Was it good? The Beloved, they were good, weren't they? Yeah. No, still, it's not jogged my memory. That's a shame. I'd like to have been there. Yeah, so the Republic, the Factory overstretched themselves, and they were doing these benefits, doing American tour, and it kind of felt like when we were doing Republic, it's like I felt like a bunch of pit ponies sent back into the mine to do a record to keep the Hacienda open for another week or so. And Gillian's idea was we should have gone on strike, we should have down synthesizers until they sorted themselves out.
That's a good idea.
Which would have been a good idea, but we didn't have. The fire in our bellies had been was dampened by the years of playing Doncaster. That was where it went out.
Where did you meet Gillian?
I met Gillian at TJ Davidson's rehearsal studios on Little Peter Street in Manchester, just round the corner from International Marine, as it was then. Me and Ian, this is a true story, used to drive past it, International Marine, and we'd say, I wonder what goes on in there, selling boats in Manchester. What a crazy idea. How do they think? How do the boats get there? How do they sail on the road we used to sit? And then we ended up buying it and turning it into a nightclub. And we should have known that after the International Marine's failure that anything that we did there was possibly cursed. But yeah, anyway, round the corner from International Marine, ACA, the Hacienda, up on the top floor, that we had a rehearsal room. Gillian was in a band called The Inadequates. No reflection on their talent. This is gone. They were down there, but the thing about The Inadequates was they had more equipment than us, and we had a cupboard with a key. So we said, come into our rehearsal room, don't leave them tins alone, don't ask what's in those tins. But don't you think this is a nice cupboard? Where you could actually, for no charge, put your equipment when you're not rehearsing. And we just look after it for you, at no charge, which we did. And then we took it and did gigs with it. And well, it's not working. I don't know, it's a roof leaks or, maybe it has. And that's how I met Gillian. She was down the road. I said, well, she was in the paper because the Macclesfield Express is a very erstwhile journal that comes out in this town every week. She was on the cover of the Mac Express and said, local pub. I've still got it. It's in the wallet. It's not. But I just wanted to see if I could make somebody go, oh. And yeah. Oh, you're that girl from the. And she's just like, she does look. And so would you like a lift home with me and Ian, the singer from my band, our band? And we gave them a lift home, and that was it, really. Yeah, that's all right.
What about new stuff?
New stuff from New Order, yes. We're doing that difficult. We're doing on the 9th or 10th attempt at the 9th or 10th record. Writing stuff. We've done a couple of tracks with Tom at the Chemical Brothers, who again is a nice person, he's lovely. And I got sick of saying it will be out by Christmas. So I'll just say it'll be out by a Christmas. There's a box set coming out which will be out by a Father's Day. So if there's a man in your life who likes box sets, one day you can get him this one for Father's Day. We're throwing a t-shirt with something on, with my face on. It's going alright. It's going alright, but it's getting. It takes a long time.
Yeah,
it takes a long time. As you get older, everything takes longer. Time actually goes faster, but what you do takes longer, which I can't explain. Probably Stephen Hawking is your man for that. But it's not him.
And then do you keep the two going at the same time as New Order?
I've got this other spin-off venture which my daughter's involved in. They're a cunning piece of advertising.
They're
going to be playing in 1 minute.
Oh, in 1 minute?
Yeah. So So
Everyone's sitting
don't blame me. I've tried to tell them where they're going wrong, but they won't listen. That's kids for you. No, they are really good. They are really good. They're a really good band. They're fantastic. Yeah, no pressure. Yeah, really good. We're not putting it.
Can you remember the Aarhus Festival in Denmark and Miles Davis? Aarhus
Yes.
Festival.
Miles Davis on his deathbed said, "Don't remind me of that." The Aarhus Festival, yes, that was Gillian's finest hour.
I was there.
How much do I owe you?
I say nothing. I won't mention when she fell off the gang.
Don't mention falling off the thing. There's a thing on a synthesizer which is called the pitch bend wheel, where if you put it up, it changes the pitch of every key by about not quite a semitone. And there's something about if you drink a crate and a half of elephant beer all by yourself, this wheel moves by itself. And when you go on, you can't see it. So Gillian was playing one tune and we were playing another tune. But unfortunately not at the same time, or they're in no relationship to each other. But the truth of the matter is, and this is no word of a lie, the police were called, and I think we were nearly had up for crimes against music, which you can be done for in the house. Well, our excuse was it was Miles Davis and we were just doing jazz. No, it didn't wash, we were cracking.
You haven't mentioned the Pernod as well.
Don't, that's Pernod and elephant beer. It's no, we don't do it anymore, please. It's not, it's not big and it's not plain. So don't, that's what happens to you. Stick to water and you can't go far wrong.
So,
Right, Hot Vestry, ladies and gentlemen. Any other questions at the top board? Can you remember our house, the worst gig you ever played? Is there any worse gigs you've compensating for? No? Oh. What? The school there? Yeah, sense of geography, man. It was over there. Yes, I went to that school there. Before they knocked it down, the opposite East Way, across the road from Keynes. And they used to bring us here, carry them baskets with tins in and stuff for the Harvest Festival. And then we'd come at Easter and we'd come probably at some holidays every time before we went on holiday. And that why I guess I like this place is I always associate it with not going to school, because you'd be at school for ages, and when you came here, you didn't have to go to school for a long time. So, yeah, it feels a bit like that today. It's come full circle, yeah. I don't have to work now for 6 weeks. Yeah.
You've given some footage to the Charles Road.
I've lent it.
Well, lent it.
Yeah. I've been wanting it back.
Have you got more stuff?
No, there's not that much in Joy Division, really. There's very, very little. There is a video that we tried to show the playing Ken, which is kind of spoiled by the fact the sound is dreadful on it. But it's really, it's an interesting document. It's playing in Belgium, and it looks fantastic, but the sound's terrible. Actually, but no, there isn't very much video stuff in it. I mean, now, the funny thing is now you've got camera phones, everybody's done, there's loads of footage, and when you do something, well, where's all the other stuff that they could have put on it? There must be loads, but actually there's nothing. There's Malcolm Whitehead, who was Thatcher's video fella, there's the bit Super 8 stuff that he does. And that's probably, and the stuff that was on telly, that's it.
That's really interesting.
Thank you. Thank you.